Students, today we shall take second stanza of the poem An Elementary School Classroom in a Slum, composed by Stephen Spender. Already I have told you about the poet Stephen Spender, so today I am not going to tell more about him. Only I want to remind you that he was a poet, novelist and diplomat, politician. So, being a politician and poet, he described about the social injustice in the society through this poem. Now, see the lines of the poem. As you see, these lines are not rhyming to each other, so it is written in blank verse. So, on sour cream walls, as students are in their classrooms, so walls of the classroom are dull. Sour cream means here dull without any shining. Donations Shakespeare's head, and on those walls there are the things that are donated by others. They are hanging, and Shakespeare's head is also means picture of Shakespeare's head is also hanging on that wall. Cloudless at dawn. Cloudless at dawn. Dawn means morning, early morning time. In early morning time, there are no clouds in the sky. Civilized dome riding all cities. In all the cities, there are the structures, buildings. Dome means semicircle. Semicircled top of the buildings are in the semicircle shape, and huge buildings are made by the civilized people of the society. So, civilized people of the society have very huge buildings in the different cities. Build flowery tireless valley, and there are the valleys also, like Tyrolese Valley that is located in Australia, and in that valley churches are built, means there are bells are hanging in those churches, and there are flowers also. They are well decorated. Churches are well decorated with flowers and bells. But for those slum school children, there is nothing. They live in the dark room, in dull room, and that is their world. Open-handed map awarding the word its word. Open-handed maps that are drawn open-handed means those people of those powerful people, authorities, has made the word its word. They have divided the word according to their power. They have used their power. They occupied the land, and they have divided the land according to their wish. But here, for those slum school children, there is nothing. And yet, for these children, these windows, not this map, their world. Although in these classrooms, there are maps, their donations, Shakespeare said, everything things are decorated in the wall, in the classroom. And yet for these children, these windows, only they have the windows in those classrooms, not this map, their world. And the map that is hanging in the classroom, map of the world, is useless for those children because they are bound to live in those small rooms of the slums, classrooms of the slums. Their world, and that is their world, where all their future is painted with fog. And they have not the bright future, they have the hopeless future, where all their future is painted with a fog. Fog means here dark, dullness. There is no brightness in their future. All their future is in the darkness. A narrow street sealed in with a lead sky. So, a narrow street, they are bound to live in those narrow streets of the slums, sealed in with a lead sky, and that is sealed, that is limited. They are bound to live in that limit with a lead sky. With a lit sky means where the light of the sun also does not reach clearly, and there is lead means here gray, bluish gray colored sky means there is dullness in those streets of the slums. Far, far from rivers, and those schools are located far away from the rivers. Natural beauty is not there. They cannot see the openness of the world, natural beauty of the world. They are away from the rivers. They are away from the land. Caves means the land that is in the ocean or sea. So, and stars of the world, and they are unable to see the stars of the world means they cannot go in the openness, and they cannot see the stars in open sky. They are bound to live in the slum. So I think these lines are clear to you. Now see the poetic devices used in the lesson. Sour cream walls. Here is the poet has used sour cream walls for the classroom of the slum, dull classroom. Okay, so here is metaphor. Again, poet had used far, far from rivers. So here far and far repeated 2 times, so there is a repetition, and the same sound is repeated here far, far from. So here is the use of alliteration, and again he used assonance. You know assonance, like consonance. So repetition of consonant sound is consonance, and repetition of assonance means vowel sound is assonance. So here E sound is repeated, weld, flowery, toilish. So E sound is repeated. So here is the use of assonance. Now I am going to give you some questions that you should attempt at your home. So question number first, what does the poet compare the color of walls with? Next question, why are the pictures and maps meaningless for the slum school children? Thank you.